Hi guys, today I have a tutorial for you. It's Jennifer Lopez inspired from her video Jenny from the Block. I know it's been like 5 years, but I've always loved that look. And I never got to do it. I don't know why. But I'm gonna try it out, and I'm going to first I have my foundation and my contouring. I'm just going to apply like a soft glow to my skin first of all, and kind of darken it a little bit because I'm not her color at all. I don't want to replicate like the exact same look. It's just inspired. So I know I don't look like her. You don't have to comment about it. I'm going to use a Revlon limited edition powder. I got this at Big Lots for $3.50. And it's really great. I love it. It gives a glow to my skin. The first time you buy it, it's like very shimmery, crazy, like not chunky, but super glittery. But it's just the top layer. And once you dig in that, you'll get like a mineralized, natural look. So I'm just gonna apply that all over my Posh Kabuki brush. As you can see, it gives me like a glow. I don't know if the camera catches that. It gives me like a golden glow. I also got a request for a dewy look. This is a perfect time because J-Lo, you know, she has that beautiful glow all the time. And we can achieve it with some products. This will darken my skin a little bit also. I'm really pale. You can use also any kind of bronzer, like a golden tone to it. And I'm gonna use also, you can use this itself. This is a little bit more golden, like not as subtle. Just gonna apply that highlight over here. This is e.l.f. in Sun-Kissed. I like my fan brush for highlighters since it's really light application of that powder. Okay, so first for my eye, I'm gonna prime. I'm gonna prime it with my Urban Decay Primer Potion, and every single product or thing that I'm gonna use in this look is going to be like drugstore or dollar store, or that I got for super cheap. That's why I'm using a good base, because otherwise it won't last. But you know, you have to invest in a good base so you can play around with drugstore cheapest brand makeup. So there's my Urban Decay Primer Potion. I was going to, she's wearing like a minty beautiful eyeshadow. I was going to use my Otherworldly as a base, but I thought this is a Paint Pot by MAC. I felt like I was cheating, so I'm gonna substitute that with this little thing here. It's a depotted or detubed Maybelline concealer, green concealer. I'm gonna use it as my base. And you know, green concealer or any kind of concealer will prime your eye also, and it won't crease as much. So if you don't have Otherworldly, you can use Maybelline green concealer. This was like $3, I think. Not pretty sure about that. Don't quote me. But it's cheap though. I mean, it's not a high-end, and this is what I want to achieve with that, with this video. Okay, after that, I'm going to apply, going to blend a little bit more on the edges. I'm going to apply an eyeshadow to give that green intense color. This is only a base, and I have to set this with powder. Some sort of powder shadow. So I'm going to use this one that I got for These were four eyeshadows for $1. One was a black, and then there was lavender, black, and some other colors, but I just got this mint, the vanilla, and the black. Oh, where is it? Okay, so I'm gonna apply this no name cheap eyeshadow. On top of that, using a very firm brush, I'm gonna top that off with a minty. This is like a tealy minty color, a little bit darker than what I'm expecting, or than the look that I'm going for. But I'm going to put something else on top to make it shimmery, because JLo's minty eyeshadow is shimmery in the video. Very frosty, very beautiful. Okay, so that's that. Super easy, super quick, but stunning. I love that look. So I'm gonna blend a little bit on the crease, and I'll use this eyeshadow that was like $1 or less. This is an Oh La La eyeshadow. You can get this brand at Rite Aid, I think. There's a lot of products on this brand, and yeah, it's a Canadian product. Sorry. And I'm gonna apply that just on top of that with a goat brush, and there's a lot of fallout, as with any cheap eyeshadow, but it's really sticking to the really sticking to the concealer, my fake otherworldly paint pot. Okay. So that's for my eyeshadow color. That's about it. It's very simple in the video. It's very nice. It's the whole thing that is very stunning. Okay, so now I'm going to use a taupe eyeshadow that you guys all know that I love, and it's by Maybelline. This is discontinued, which is Utopia, but you can find this two same colors in another one. I think it's in Almond Truffles Trio. It's about the same colors. I'm gonna dampen this with my with some fake fix gloss that I have here, glycerin with rose water. As I dampen it, I'm just gonna swirl it in the shadow and just make a crease right here. Not very defined, just defining the crease, just almost in here, almost all the way in the crease. I really want to define this color. Nothing too high, just very careful to define the crease. Like with this color. And that's about it. Okay. And once it dries, I'm going to blend. Okay, so I'm having a little bit of hard time trying to blend this because of the concealer. It is so thick and the colors stick so much. So I'm thinking that this is really going to be a nice eye base for my eyeshadows to last. They really will last a long time. Okay. So I'm going to even this fine a little bit more. I think it took too much of the shimmery shadow that I had underneath. So I'm just going to apply a little bit more and don't blend as much. Just a little bit with a fluffier brush like this 224 by MAC. Okay, so now I'm going to go to my highlight color, and I'm going to use e.l.f. eyeshadow in Ivory. Got it right here. There you go. Let me have everything up behind my mirror here. So it's really shimmery on the brow bone and in the inside of the eye. I have a bigger lid, so it's going to be a different effect, but those colors together were like lovely. Scott Barnes is her makeup artist, the one that gave her that signature glowy look. Okay, so that's about it for the shadow. Just now blend a little bit more. Everything is like very shimmery. That's what she's wearing, very frosty. And I'm gonna line my eyes with a creamy coal black liner. I'm gonna apply my false lashes and I'll be right back. Okay, so I'm done with the eyes, and I'm going to go ahead and apply my blush. Very cheap blush, but I like the color. It's like neutral. It's like a natural color. It's not pink. It's not peachy. It's just natural, and it's very cheap. It's $1, but it goes on very nicely with this flat natural bristle brush and some spray, facial spray. Okay, just a little bit, not too much. She's not wearing a lot anyways. And for my lips, I'm going to apply some concealer. I like a creamy kind of concealer. And it's very important when you're going to do like the nude lip look. You know how like chapped lips. Okay. So you need a very creamy kind of concealer. And for nude lips, I especially like this one. I know this is not a cheap one, but I don't have like a cheaper version of these. This is by Cinema Secrets. It's not high-end. It is very affordable. The consistency is a dream. It covers wonderfully. It feels like silk. But it's not a drugstore either. But this kind of, I understand that Neutrogena has like a little pot concealer, very similar to the creamy, to the Bobbi Brown one. So that'll be a good choice. And J-Lo, she's wearing like a pinky kind of gloss or lip color. And I'm using this dollar store one. On top of the concealer to give a it's a very pale pink look. She's wearing a matte color, but I just don't like matte deadly colors on me. I just don't. Okay. So I guess that's about it for the look. Okay. Excuse my red eyes. This is spring and this is allergy time. And greens, you know that they make reds look redder. So my eyes are super red. But here's a look. I hope you guys like it and enjoy it. And I'll see you guys next video. Bye.